The right leader passes enthusiasm on to the rest of the organization. The wrong leader steals enthusiasm from the organization.
Welcome to the Win, Make, Give podcast, a Ben Kinney training production, where we discuss the concepts of health, wealth, leadership, and legacy. Ben, let's jump into the leadership topic because we love to talk about this one, and you've got some amazing ideas behind it. We've talked on our episodes about having a job and our income and things that come with a job. Yet as a leader, there are very specific job requirements. Why don't we talk a little bit about what some of those are?
Yeah, it's a good question, Chad, because we obviously have our job, which is getting whatever thing done, building whatever widget or providing whatever service. But when you transcend into a leadership position, you have additional responsibilities. I would call them even fiduciary duties that we owe our people. One of the jobs that stands out to me, as you ask, is it's the leader's job to instill, deliver, and share enthusiasm. The right leader passes enthusiasm on to the rest of the organization. The wrong leader steals enthusiasm from the organization. When you're done having this conversation with this person you've chosen to say, you're my leader, do you leave lifted up, enthusiastic, ready to run into the war or the battle, even that there's a chance you may not return? I mean, face painted blue, Chad, Braveheart style, yep. Right? Does that person give you that enthusiasm where you feel like you could take on the world? Or do they give you a bunch of doubt or fear of making a mistake, right? The leader's ability to instill enthusiasm is a must.
Okay, so I want to run through a wall, not fear disappointing my leader and what that's going to look like and live in a place of that.
And the right leader is going to be running right beside you or right in front of you, right? Or right behind you, pushing you, yep. Right? Because they're saying, I'm going too.
Okay, so a leader's leading the way with enthusiasm. Got it. Number 2, Ben, what would that be?
The leader should instill confidence. The company, the employees, your partners, they should feel secure in their plans. They should feel secure that they're going to succeed. And more than anything, Chad, they should feel safe that if they don't, it's going to be okay. They have to understand that failure happens and that you are going to have their back. Now, when you give somebody confidence and you give somebody enthusiasm, that's a whole different type of player. That's a whole different type of employee.
Okay. So it's not failure is not an option. It's failure's not preferred, yet let's learn from every experience. Failure is okay as long as there's a lesson in it, and giving the people that you are leading that confidence to know it's okay if they fail as long as they have the right intentions for what's coming next.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got enthusiasm. We've got confidence. We've got...
the leader needs to show up and appear energetic. And I want to say appear because there's a difference. I think that I have a lower energy level than other people. And if you got to know me, sure, you would say that I'm pretty constant. I don't have a lot of highs and I don't have a lot of lows, right?
Correct.
But I have to show up energetic. I need to get my people to have the passion and the energy to finish projects to 100% completion. The organization should feel passionate about how everybody benefits if the company wins. If this thing is completed, this is how everybody's going to win. This is how it's going to help us all. And we as the leader, we need to show up with that visible energy.
Okay, so you just said it though. You're not the kind of guy with a lot of highs, and you're not the kind of guy with a lot of lows. You're pretty even keel. How do you do that? Because there's going to be a lot of people out there that might have the lows or might be calm like you in that situation. How are you doing that specifically, Ben, that you're bringing that to your people that you're leading?
And I'm glad you asked that question, Chad, because I think some people show up like a dancing Barbie and Ken doll on stage. This is not the type of energy that I mean, Chad. What I mean is, do people look up and they say, this person has the stamina to continue going? This person says that I can make it through this too, right? It'd be like if you were to go running with me, like physically running,
sure,
you'd probably have a slower time than average. If I was to go running with you, I'd probably have a faster time than average. Your job as the leader is to make sure everybody has a faster time than average, because they're looking up and saying, I can't believe that this person has that stamina. Right. Look at the energy and the effort and the enthusiasm and the confidence that Chad, the leader, is showing right now, right? They'll get behind that.
Okay. And in that same analogy that you're using, leadership is a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah.
This is not okay, let's just make it to tomorrow. This is we've got plans to get to here. Let's go.
Simon Sinek would say it's an infinite game.
Sure.
It's not a finite game. It's an infinite game.
Got it. All right. And number 4.
A leader has to show up with a clear sense of priority. And you'll hear this word come from me all the time in multiple podcasts, multiple lessons, even sheets and other things that we do, right? Is because the leader's job should be that the organization succeeds, that the organization is successful. The only way for an organization to be successful, Chad, is to ensure that everybody is accomplishing priorities in the right order. Success happens daily when priorities happen in the right order. That is what your job as a leader is. Chad, I've never been able to find a leader who can instill confidence, energy, enthusiasm, who gets results and focuses on priorities that isn't super successful. When somebody has the ability to instill confidence, not show up only confident themselves, that's arrogance, but to instill confidence.
Sure.
To instill and share enthusiasm and to share energy to finish the project and to keep a clear focus on the right priorities, getting things done in the right order. If you can do those things, you're going to wake up a pretty amazing leader. Take some time tonight and give yourself a score. How am I doing? Am I showing up and sharing enthusiasm, or am I sharing fear right now?
And creating enthusiasm in others, Ben, is what you're talking about, because the leader usually is enthusiastic because they are the one who's going to benefit a lot from the results. They're the one who's leading the pack. So of course they see the vision. You're not talking about the leader having enthusiasm. You're talking about a leader sharing and giving the enthusiasm to the others that are following.
Yeah. And there's never been a more important time for us to be showing up and giving people the number 2 thing, which is confidence, right?
Sure.
That this is going to be okay. We're going to make it through this. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. We're going to be okay if we show up with enthusiasm and energy and we focus on the right priorities. Ask yourself the question, out of 10, am I making people more enthusiastic? Am I giving people more confidence right now? Am I giving people more energy right now? Am I helping them focus on the right priorities? Grade yourself. Pick the one that you're struggling with the most, and tomorrow, show up like a leader and fix it. Find a way to fix whatever that thing is tomorrow, and share these items with your people.
And I'm going to challenge you, if you're taking that challenge that Ben has just given you of scoring yourself, I'm going to ask you to have the people that you're leading score you as well. You might be a little hard on yourself. Then again, you might be surprised that they don't want to say something and it'll be very obvious in the scores they're giving, or maybe they're going to give you a little insight into yourself. We love talking leadership. Ben, you mentioned in here the fiduciary duties of a leader. That's all the way back in episode 5. We hope you'll go back and check that one out if you haven't. We hope that you're sharing these podcast episodes with those around you that you know would benefit from this. We want to make sure that you're subscribed. You can always visit winmakegive.com to get to the podcast, to share those episodes. Make sure you're rating them. Make sure you leave us a review. We love to hear what you've got to say. And we're looking forward to some extra conversation with you online and some new social opportunities that'll be coming. Until then, make sure you're washing your hands and remember, do good.